You know what's going through my head right now? But before I tell you, welcome. Thank you. And welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. When I see my name pop up on my phones, both of my phones, I say, and I said to LinkedIn in my head, I said, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all my platforms for making this opportunity possible. And please let me be creative, artistic, and positive in this show and future shows. Hi, Jack Keys Fisher. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you. So today, I know y'all ready. We all ready to work. Today is the first initiation chapter to the challenges that I am to face, reasonable challenges. And I cannot wait to get started. And the first part of the curriculum for week one is always the easiest, but hardest. It's still challenging, but week one discussions usually go, if you are interested in school, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself and say who you are, what you represent, where you're from, what kind of job you have, whatever you want to disclose in 100 words, in at least 100 words. You get 8 points for that. And then you have 1 point per reply discussion. You replying to a discussion from a classmate. That's 10 points altogether. Weekly, for a weekly count of 50 points. Thank you, Uma. I'm getting all these people. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all watching me. Dang, I didn't know that. Now I see. I was blind. Now I see. Thank you. So, it means a lot to me to sit up there and go along and so 10 points. 10 points, and your replies is between 50 to 100 words at least for the replies, but your actual initial discussion is 100 words at least. Then you have week one project, which I'm gonna try to think about it off the top of my head. I read it to you guys last week. I know the abbreviation. Let's go ahead and move forward. So you got OB, which is operational behavior. And then you got STS. I forgot what it means, social economic something. And we'll be learning about Maslow's, which he has a hierarchy, which everybody of intelligence should know about this. Self-actualization, love and happiness, food, to belong, money, stability, and everything to reach that self-actualization. So this piques my interest. It's his hierarchy based on new modern social economic status, I believe. The new way of bringing technology. I guess it's social economic technology system. So you bring technology in a different type of model or system to the Maslow's hierarchy. And yeah, I read it, and it sounds very interesting. I didn't read all of it, I was supposed to read the whole thing, but I didn't. I said I would, and I closed it out because if you leave browsers up too long, you could get something happen. But to get to the point, it slows down your computer, whether Apple, Mac, or whatever. To get to the point, those are week 1 projects. I didn't go to week 2. Before I end week 1 in its entirety, my projected date of always turning in my documentation, since this is my career, this is my job, this is what I get paid to do, is anticipation by Saturday of every week throughout the day, not night finish it. I'm done studying in the night. I got the whole day. I don't work except for interviews, and this is a legit business. I get paid to do it, but I have more time than others. So I say this is my job. I have an appointment tomorrow with someone. And I enjoy it. Now don't get me wrong, if I could have did it like Mark Zuckerberg, where I don't need a school or a university and I could just download abundant information into my brain on demand, yeah, I would have dropped out too. But I can't do it like that. I have to do it the old fashioned way. I have to learn. And that's what I want to do. I think that's a fair trade. So let's get started. Here's the fun part. Let's get started. So it means a lot to me once I hit that button that you pay attention. I'm not going fast. I talk slow. My bite is slow. Your bite to where you talk, you know, but I'll try to keep up. I'm very intelligent. I don't talk super fast. How do they say? Bit or bite? I don't know. Let's get started. Okie doke. That's one. Do I got any proprietary? I got until 150. So I'm going to be on here until like 140, 150. Now, in between that time, before we even go to anything, I may get up to go cleanse my nose, or take a potty break. But ultimately, the only reason I'm getting off of here that early is because I have another appointment at 2 p.m. today. I had an appointment at 11 with CTU, but I totally forgot. I went shopping. And I have to meet up with that lady. I wrote her as soon as I realized that. What confused me was I said, I read, it's confusing dealing with different time zones sometimes. I wrote her that I wanted to be seen at 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. No, 12 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So when I wrote that at first, I was like, okay, 12 p.m. I was thinking, please, I was hanging on a deer string. Please let it be 12 p.m. Mountain Time. And it come to find out it was 12 p.m. Central, which makes it 11 a.m. my time. And that's the time I set for her. So let's get started. So I was already reading this. So yeah. So let's go view the details. So like I said, every project well, this whole primary response is due by Thursday, but I usually give it to Wednesday. If it's due by a certain day, let's say a projected date is like, and it's really savvy the way they do this right here. 11:59 dash 59 seconds. In 59 seconds, 59 minutes, and 11th hour. And but like I was saying, like if the projected date is Saturday, I'm going to get it in by Thursday. If a projected date is Wednesday, I'm going to get it in by Monday. There is no waiting to the exact time. That way, if something go left field, plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the way to Z, plus alien language alphabets. You got to be that planned and prepared. That's why I turned it in early, because things could go. He may say, hey, you got a couple of errors I would like for you to fix to up your grade. Or, hey, I never do it, but you plagiarize. I'm giving you a chance to make it right. Or, you know, I would like for not just the grammar to be changed, but the references. The body of the paper look bad. It's not organized. The abstract is not organized. The citations isn't right. The paraphrasing isn't right. And the other thing, is paraphrasing and something else. Quoting isn't right. You know, block quoting isn't right. It's a 1 inch, it needs to be a 1 inch margin, around the whole body of the paper. Your heading is wrong. You didn't put your numbers on there. So many things can happen. So many things has happened. And there's no way, working on my third master's, am I going to sit up there and allow something so minute. I'm not in a doctorate's program. This is master's. So the total in all together will be up to 100 pages per every 5 weeks altogether. But total per week is 7 to 10 pages, which you usually roughly do between 14 to 15. So imagine that every week, 15-page paper every week. 15 plus 15 plus, that's 30, 60, 70, almost 100 words. Not words, but 100 pages. This is how I think. So let's go ahead and do this, because I already gave you a short answer. Now, I always do this. I dissect everything. I copy the heart of it, the beating of it that makes me beat. When it doesn't make you beat, this is the action, which is a beat, the primary response. So now, how do I do this? Compose new pose. Here we go. I learned how to do it the initial time we did the pre-orientation one. Okay. We got that as the beat. We know that this is a terrific time to meet your fellow classmates, to learn a little bit about them and for them to learn a bit about you. We don't need that part, but we needed to be educated on that part. Now, this is what the action is. Please introduce yourself in the introductory discussion board using the launch discussion board button. Did that. If you are not sure how to get started, begin discussing your background. Here we go. So this needs to be deleted. We're just going to pause there. We're going to paraphrase what he said. Discuss your background. You know, I won't say nothing. Hello. It's not negative either. I just didn't want to say it because then it's funny, but it may be funny, mad, make people mad. But it's not offensive, by the way. Discuss your background. Hello. My name is Kimberly Clouds. I am 41. My birth date is next month, July 3rd. I have one Associates of Science in Human Services and a certificate in addictions counseling from Baltimore City Community College. My next degree is in psychology, bachelor's of science, and then my next degree is a hard dedication to determination for almost 5 long years. I wanted to do psychology, to do a master's of psychology at the University of Phoenix. I changed majors and shifted to another type of science master's degree. I did business administration and learned a lot and graduated in 2020. December 2024. I'll get that later. I then, the following year, went to the university, and I won't speak bad because what goes on between me and them is between me and Maryland Global Campus for my leadership degree in leadership and change. I was one class shy away from my degree. And now here, CTU, which was born or established 1965 and started at a roller rink. Started doing online classes since 1995. Very impressive. Also, what else? I gotta reread all of this. My proudest accomplishments are being in Marquise, who's who book category, which is housed at in libraries and the Library of Congress. I also am running, not trying to win, but put my name legally on the FEC website, and Ballotopia have me as a legal candidate for president of the United States. No other Black person has thought and proceeded with action that is female and African American. I respect everyone's party. I just want to keep it professional, so I won't disclose out of retaliation my party. I'm looking, this is at minimum what I've accomplished, and I cannot wait to read every random students discussion over the course of these 5 weeks. Everyone is graduate material. That's why we're here. You know, 35% of people hold masters. Remember that. Let that be your motivation. Take care. God bless. Oh, I gotta wait. One area that I'm looking forward to learning about is operational behavior and STS. I want to know more about Maslow hierarchy and what it means to, what is it? Social economic. Okay, go up. Now we can take that out. I have one associate. Let me ask Brock a question. Hold on. We're gonna learn. Okay, just making sure. Yeah. 10 years ago. Dang. It's not in the actual thing, so. How the hell you send this shit? Wait, wait. Oh, it's right there. Just in case. How many people hold a master's in America? Damn, even were crazier. 14 to 15%. Now I know again. Where's it at? Feel like that's good. Oh, how do I already? How do I? It's already out there. There has to be some way. Mm, mm. There's no way to go back and do that. I should have. I didn't see that part. It's always a way. Let me see if I reply. Once it's out there, it's out there. Okay. That's what. Discard. Yes. Right here. Options. Filter. Oldest. Reply. Compose. Assignment detail mark is unread. Reply. That's all I want out of there. Damn it. Can I delete it? That's what I'll do. I'll probably delete it. How do I do that? Mm. Hmm. Go back, go back, go back, go back. What is this? Hold up. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Close that. Close that. It's right here in my stuff. That is on my freaking mind right there. Oh my God. Mm. Um, I'm just gonna have to move on from there. Let's look at his. My name is Christopher Mays, and I am excited to be a part of this class. I have a strong interest in leadership, business, fitness, and personal development. One of my long-term goals is to launch and grow my business, a wellness platform focused on helping individuals and families improve their physical, mental, and overall well-being. I'm passionate about health, basketball, and finding ways to motivate and support others in reaching their goals. I enjoy learning from different perspectives and sharing ideas with others. I look forward to connecting with everyone and having a successful semester together. I hope you start. Wait, who am I writing to, Crystal? Let me go here. Crystal. I hope you start to gain knowledge in leadership, business. What else you say? Oh yeah, and fitness. Where am I at? Okay, and fitness. I'm not super fit. However, I agree that you should be able to stay fit even if you're obese. You have to have good range of motion. It's simple. Use it or lose it. If you do not move around at minimum, but sleep all day, your body most likely will cause weight gain. However, I'm off subject a little bit. Welcome. I hope you get what you need. Take care. Okay. I hope you start to gain knowledge and leadership. You should be encouraged. That needs to change because he encourages. Encouraged in a positive way, both single and family members to stay fit even if you're obese. Encourage. You have to have a to have a good range of movement. No, I won't say I'm off subject, you know. And It's very interesting. I hope you get what you need. Take care. Anything, anything, anything. Hi, my name is Jasmine. Never been in Chicago, but have been through a part that is 6 hours or 5 hours away from Chicago. But I live down south in Mississippi. So she's going for business administration, and she want to grow both personally and professionally while gaining skills needed to succeed in the business world. Okay. What's her name? First. This is a hard name to spell, so I'm just going to copy and paste. I don't want to damage nobody's name. Oh, they played me. Okay, there we go. That needs to be lower. Perfect. Growing and reaching self-actualization is a work in progress in itself. I am a work in progress. And remember, wait, and we are a work in progress. Fourteen to 15% of Americans hold master's degree. I want you to also know that reading that and reading your message, no, discussion, I see that you are very professional. We, I am looking for skills to enhance my business. I want to get grants, try to dip into scholarships, and other things. I wish you nothing but blessings, success, and good encouragement. Take care on this journey. I won't say that because it may offend them. I keep it like that. Remember, 14 to 15% of Americans hold master's degrees. I want you to know that how many, where does it say the count? 94. Okay. I want you to know that in reading your discussion, I see that you, comma, I see that you are very, I want you to know that in reading your discussion, I see that you are very professional. I'm looking for skills to enhance my business as well. I want to get grants, try to dip into scholarships, etc. You don't need to be like, I wish you nothing but blessings, success, and good encouragement. Stay positive and take care on this journey, or, or your, quote, your journey. That is done, but I'm mad at myself. You know, I'm going to do it over. I'm going to copy and paste this and do it over. I mean, if I do it over, then that'll confuse the students. Let's see if anyone had to do it over. No one. I'm good. So I'll let it be. I know now. Close that out. Close that out. Okay. Yeah, there tools. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna get started on this, but I'm not gonna finish it because it's 121. I got so wrapped up in schoolwork that I wouldn't have never knew if it passed to that it was passed to, but it's not passed to. It's 122. And I want to make sure that I get this taken care of. Um, so I got 10 minutes to get it started, and we got 2 more shows. One show is making the show for tomorrow for the guest that is coming for tomorrow, because I got an interview with him. The other show is to kind of like do a 30-minute show on the actual project. Again, I will not let it go to 2 hours. I want only 30 to 45 minutes surgically attacking this thing. Right now, we're just going to read. Um, and that I'm going to set up the paper. Then I'm going to proceed to do 30 minutes to 45 minutes on another segment. And what I don't want to tweak. I don't want to tweak the paper, like, because I know me. I know once I get into something, it times just go right, just fast. And so I'm just going to open the link. I'm going to do myself a favor. I'm going to end it here because I want to spend as much time as I can, which is I got 45 minutes because this isn't due until the 14th. So I have until the 12th, which is 3 days to surgically dissect this. But I'm not going to let it get to that point. If it's early, it's early. If it's not, it's not. But it's not going to be on the 14th. So I'm going to leave that up because I need time. I don't want to, time flies when you're doing something you love. And I rather keep it 30-minute shows unless I'm explaining something in great depth. That's why when I read, I can hear myself reading as everyone else should. If you can't hear yourself reading, then why read? But as I'm reading, I'm internalizing this, and it's like time will fly. So I'm going to dissect this. So I apologize if I offended some people by sitting up there and being quiet as I was talking, but it's okay. It's already been an hour, and we covered quite a bit. And the only thing is wrecking my brain is that I put that extra stuff at the bottom, but it's all good, I did not mean to do that. So it was like hidden, if you could see, until I pressed that send button. And that's how different mechanism, like Grok does the same thing. Matchmaker does the same thing. I can't see certain things out of there. It just depends on what system you're using. It's no big deal. I'm not gonna sit up there and say I'm leaving CTU because of this. Like, so you guys definitely take care. And I hate to leave you guys. I have a meeting, possibly. I'm gonna see if it works out, but I have a meeting at like 2 p.m. And that's another reason why I'm getting off of here. I have a meeting with hopefully, I want to knock on wood, but hopefully the US Chamber of Commerce. And I don't want to sit up there and get doused in this and then too long, and then 2 o'clock rolls around, or 2:30. I look at the time, it's 2:30. Yeah, I got everything accomplished, but 2:30. So yeah. So take care, y'all. Be safe, and I will see y'all another time. Sometime today. Definitely. Round 2. And then after CTU, before I go to bed tonight, I will make sure I do a show before I go to bed. However, I'm gonna do it. I'm either gonna do it on TikTok and Bigo while I do it off camera. However, it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. So you guys out there wondering, well, how is she gonna keep up? I've done it before with my master's. 3 years actually. 3 years. 3 years I did it. And then another 2 years. So yeah, take care. Be safe, and I will see you guys another time today. Bye.